Hi, Nick from Toy Foo here. At time of recording, we're about 2 weeks from kick-off on TF Nation 2017, and about 6 weeks from the deadline for handing in my PhD thesis. I'm a bit nervous, but that's not what I'm here to talk about today. Today I want to talk numbers. Specifically, I want to talk about the amount it costs for Mary's Meals, the charity that we proudly sponsor, to provide free school meals for children in poor countries across the world. When we started Toy Foo in 2009, it cost £6.35 to feed one child for an entire year. Now it costs £13.90, more than double in less than 10 years. The reasons for that are many and complex, and I wanted to lay some of them out for anyone who's curious. It's not great news, but it's not all bad news either. Most of you will remember that back in 2008 the global economy made a bit of a whoops. The American housing market was seen as a sure thing, and when that turned out to be a carefully assembled cathedral of lies, investment banks started looking around for other sure things to replace it. In early 2009, stock traders petitioned the US government to open up the food market to speculators, and they agreed. This sudden influx of speculative investment caused prices to spike and crash and led to shortages, malnutrition and rioting in countries that depend on American exports. These actions had knock-on effects worldwide, and the consequences are still being felt today. I could talk all day about the ways in which climate change will affect global agriculture, so I'll just stick to one example. Rain. Rising air temperatures increase the amount of water vapour that the atmosphere can hold. This changes the rate at which raindrops form, as well as where and how much rain falls. If people have been growing crops in the same area for 1,000 years and suddenly most of the rain starts falling somewhere else, that's going to cause problems. This can make farmers more dependent on groundwater pumped out of aquifers, and if the aquifers are depleted faster than they can be recharged, that leads to even more problems. More problems for farmers means higher prices for crops. In summer 2008, when I started buying stock for the first Toy Foo, £1 was worth about $1.75, or about 200 yen. Now, thanks to the financial crash, nearly a decade of self-defeating austerity policies, and the least said about Brexit the better, it's worth about $1.20 or 130 yen. The harsh truth is that the pound is worth less than it has been, because our country is run by a bunch of... According to the World Bank's figures, between 2009 and 2017, Britain's economy grew by about 9.5%. Over the same period in Malawi, the country where Mary's Meals started, the economy has grown by 45%. Of the 14 countries in which Mary's Meals operates, 12 of them are growing faster than the UK. Since 2009, Ecuador has grown by 28%, Lebanon by 31%, despite the small country taking in 1 million refugees since 2010. Liberia has grown by 41%, Kenya by 55%, Zambia by 60%, Myanmar by 84%. You get the idea. So while the pound is worth less than in 2009, local currencies are worth more. In a lot of places, food prices have risen because wages are higher, and farmers and farm workers are being paid more for their labour. They can buy better seed to increase yields, and their governments can invest more in infrastructure like better roads. More farmers can afford freezers and refrigerated trucks to keep more of their crops fresh until they make it to market. It's not all doom and gloom out there. According to the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, absolute poverty has collapsed in recent decades. Adult literacy has never been higher, and infant mortality has never been lower since records began in the 1800s, when the total population of Earth was less than 2 billion. When children are more likely to survive, parents are more likely to have smaller families and to invest in their children's futures by sending them to school. Children do better at school when they've had a good breakfast, and that's where we come in. The 21st century is going to be a challenge. Climate change is going to throw all sorts of different problems our way. But right now, the finest minds in the world, and a few random chumps like me, are working on solving them. The more kids that get fed by Mary's Meals, the more educated minds we'll have around to help us all transition to a prosperous and sustainable world. We can do it. We have to. So come and see us at the Toy Foo table at TF Nation 2017. You can browse our plastic robots, give us all your money in exchange for said plastic robots, or even drop off a donation if you have any toys that you don't really look at anymore and you don't want to put them on eBay. In addition to our fundraising, the photographer Nick Hardy is going to be auctioning off a book of his work with the proceeds going to Mary's Meals, and Richard over at the Nottingham Robot Company, who will also have a table at TFN, he's going to be running a raffle to benefit Mary's Meals as well. So thanks to both of them, and thank you for watching. See you all at TFN.